This is what it feels like to be in my apartment during the summer. This picture on screen, this is what it's like living in Canada during the summer. Hello. Welcome back to Ace Attorney Investigations HD. It's a warm one today. Tomorrow, it's supposed to break record temperature, which, like, yeah, 85 isn't that hot. That's not even the hottest that it's been all summer, but, like, it's supposed to cool down now. The days are getting shorter. So the fact that it's trying to get that hot, or for the Celsius gang, like 29, 30, it sucks. But the days are getting shorter, which is good for streams, because it means that my front room does not get the beatdown that it gets during June and July from the sun. However, it may end up still being a shorter stream. We'll see. I've been going through it, as always, but physically, I just, like, I took some, like, dietary risks last week on Sunday, and they came to get me the next day, which I knew was going to happen, but I didn't realize how bad they were going to come to get me, and I kind of, like, didn't let it run its course. I, like, forced myself to feel better, and then it came back even worse on Thursday. And then, I couldn't, like, eat anything really normal for the last, like, few days. Yeah, like, Thursday and Friday. Yesterday I ate, like, some normal food-ish. And then now I had Subway today. So far it's sitting alright with me. But IBS is truly an adventure, and then also just, like, that, like, between that and, like, walking around all weekend and all that, like, really fucked up my body last week. And then, of course, also PMS was like, hey, I think this would be a great time to show up. Everyone else is here. Why shouldn't I show up? And I said, kill yourself. So, anyway, back to this game. Last time. Okay, wait, before I get into this game, I have to say something so crazy. Well, not crazy, but, like, just, like, wow. I'm sorry this game has taken so long. Like, it is a long game, but it shouldn't have taken as long as it has, and I am genuinely sorry that it's kind of been shafted. And I went to do the next thumbnail for the next Ace Attorney game, and I realized that it's been so long since we started this that my hair has grown like 4 inches. And so when I did the thumbnail, I was like, oh, my usual hairstyle, it's different. So I actually ended up changing who I drew myself as because of it, because I was like, this feels like I should be this one now, and I like how it looks, but I was just like, whoa, what the fuck? Anyway, we're still in this last case. We're gonna be in this case for forever. That's the other thing too. So last time we were inspecting the garden. We didn't learn a whole lot, but we did learn something interesting about the Yatagarasu apparently showing up. It was not actually the Yatagarasu that showed up at the stage when the Alabastian guy, I already forget his name, was speaking. But there was a supposed picture taken of the Yatagarasu that truly brings up a mystery. So that is kind of where we are. Like I said, not a lot happened, but I believe we will get some good info this time if memory serves. But who knows? I've been wrong before and I'll be wrong again. Oh, excuse me. All right. We're in Babal again. Okay, so what were we doing? Oh, okay, thank God. Right, so let's talk to Kay, actually. Because I don't remember. Yes? Let's talk. Is there really any place left we haven't checked out yet in the Babalese embassy?
Interpol was conducting its investigation when you were being held by Agent Shina. Because of that, I was unable to examine the fireplace and the Secretariat's desk.
Great reminder, thank you. True! And since he's here, we should talk with Ambassador Paleno some more too. He looks so sad and lonely since Mr. Cochin died. What a breakup, right?
Yes, he does. And you are correct. I have a few issues I still need to discuss with him. We should make the best of this opportunity.
Okay, great reminder. That was exactly what I needed. Let's start with the guy.
Now then, Ambassador, I'd like to ask you about your movements before the fire broke out.
God, I already forget his fucking voice again.
Before the fire? Oh, which fire are you talking about? Which one? There was more than one tonight?
Huh? Oh, I see. I guess you didn't hear about it.
We had 2 fires here at the Babalese embassy tonight. Huh, what a bother all of that was.
Wait, but the only fire we know about is the one after the Jammin' Ninjas show.
Well, the first one occurred at the start of the Jammin' Ninjas show. Luckily, only the 4th and 5th floors of our embassy caught on fire.
Interesting.
Not wanting to cause a panic among the theatergoers, we decided to keep it internal. Then the fire after the Jammin' Ninjas show was the second one of the night.
Exactly!
So the fire I witnessed was the second one.
And that was on the what floors? Second floor?
Come to think of it, didn't Detective Bad make reference to the first fire?
Maybe. It's been so long that I don't remember. But I do want to see what floor what floor are we on right now? Will it say? I hope so. Because that's going to be important for this bullshit. I know it. I know it! That looks like clothing. I don't remember anything Bad says because I'm too busy looking at him.
When was this photo taken? Apparently, right after the fires on the 4th and 5th floors were put out.
Oh.
I suppose this means that the photo was taken just after the first fire was put out.
Okay, naruhodo.
So then, what was the extent of the damage in the second fire? The second fire was contained to this floor.
Okay, that was the 3rd floor. Okay.
The 3rd floor. I think it was leftover embers from the fire on the floors above that caused it.
Mane. That's what happens when you don't professionally handle the fire.
That's, how should I put this? A very bad stroke of luck. My office on the 5th floor, Manny's office here, and Manny himself, all gone in the blink of an eye.
Damn, okay.
I feel so sorry for you, Mr. Paleno. Oh, look at me going on and on. Now then, what was it you wanted to ask again? We were discussing what your actions and whereabouts for today were. And if you happen to know, what Mr. Cochin's actions and whereabouts were as well. Yes, very well. Let's see. I've been quite busy all day from morning until now. First, I woke up and then I brushed my teeth. After that, I have a roll for breakfast.
He's just like me for real.
Fascinating. How about if you just skipped to the relevant parts for me? Oh, you'd like a condensed version? All right, I can do that for you.
He's so silly.
So what did Mr. Cochin and you do this morning? Well, originally we were supposed to meet and shake hands with the Jammin' Ninja. But Manny and I wanted to turn it into a photo op, so we were here tidying up his office. You helped clean Mr. Cochin's office. Why were you not cleaning your own? Oh, I think I forgot to mention this, but my office is currently undergoing renovations.
Interesting. Okay.
Which is why both the Prima Duck statue and the Babalese knife set are down here. I see. Oh, but the tidying didn't take much, really. We just burned some files we no longer needed and expired coupons in the fireplace.
Interesting. I bet cleaning up the fireplace must have been a real pain though, huh?
About that. I kind of forgot to clean the ashes out. I guess I'm up a creek without Manny here to get angry at me. An ambassador like yourself has been on the receiving end of a secretary's anger. Oh, he was very good at being mad. And being very mad. Why, even just this morning he got mad at me. I spilled some Babbly's ink onto the back wall when I was burning the files, you see. And he got mad at me, saying I should treat the ink with more respect. Talk about the boss getting bossed around.
Alright, that's really important. Okay, cool. I was like, I hope we get that as a testimony, otherwise I will be writing that down.
That's about it for what we did this morning. Just some cleaning. Don't tell me you had no other work to do, being an ambassador and all. Now then, if you could tell me what you and Mr. Cochin did this afternoon. Well, Manny and I went down to together to the Theatrum Neutralis. We had to be there for the start of the Steel Samurai stage show. After the show started, I went back to my office on the 5th floor alone. So they were together until the start of the Steel Samurai show. A little while later, after I'd straightened myself up a bit, I returned to the theater. Because I was to take part in the photo op on stage at the end of the show. There was a commemorative photo op at the end. It was a fantastic photo of the three of us. Ambassador Alba, the Steel Samurai, and myself. After the photo shoot, I went back to my office on the 5th floor to prepare for my handshake photo op with the Jammin' Ninja. He seems to be rather overworked for an ambassador. When I got to my office, that's when the first fire broke out and I escaped down the stairs. My office was completely destroyed, but thankfully no one was hurt. I admit I ran away from the first fire as fast as my legs could carry me. But during the second one, I pitched in and helped the embassy staff put it out. So you didn't see Mr. Cochin again until after the start of the Steel Samurai show? Yes, that's right. The next time I saw him, he was lying there in an eternal sleep. I see. Ambassador Paleno, I thank you very much for your help. I'm sorry I couldn't be of more assistance, Mr. Edgeworth. If there is anything else, please don't hesitate to ask, all right? Everything this morning happened exactly as I said it did in my statement. Manny and I wanted to do a photo shoot with the Jammin' Ninja, so we tidied his office. That's about it. I can't think of anything else of interest. If this guy is to be believed, an ambassador's job consists only of wasting time.
That sounds about right, if I'm honest.
I lost a lot of things to those fires. Things we lost to the flames. Things we'll never see again. All that we have amassed sits before us, scattered into ash. These are the things we lost.
Let's fucking go. Bastille reference in my house.
Things like the many, many coupons we discount tickets for the cafeteria, and I should think that those blasted coupons were not the biggest victim here.
Okay, anything to say about this?
Ambassador Paleno, I was wondering if you might have some thoughts on this. I think that you would know more about the case than I. So let me make it up to you for not knowing anything about that with these coupons. Thank you, however, I feel I must decline.
How about this? Nothing. Nothing. You wouldn't know anything about Ms. Mew. Miss Mew? Ms. You. Ms. Mew, can you imagine? Alright. Let's...
We still don't know where the blade of the Babbly's knife went. Could it be that the killer walked away with it?
Oh, will Kay have anything to say? It looks like all of the souvenirs suffered some damage from the fire. I just don't believe it. Murder on top of arson? What a disgrace to the name of the Yatagarasu.
The fake Yatagarasu is guilty of much more than theft, or just theft it seems.
I know, because if it were me, my first priority would have been to loot this bookshelf.
You would steal ordinary souvenirs that you can buy virtually anywhere?
You can't buy them anywhere. Each one is specific to a location and has its own value. And items like that have memories attached to... items that have memories attached to them are the most valuable of all. Callisto Mew, inventor of mewing. Hi, Groovy. How are you? Also, yeah. I also thought that. And I also thought that.
But could you really rob someone of their valuable memories just like that? No! Because even if I take the souvenir, I can't take the owner's memories.
She's silly.
A grandfather clock. This one resembles the one in Alabast. Oh, that clock has been with us since back when we were still Codopia.
That is one big clock. Hey, does this one have a bird that pops out like a cuckoo clock?
I'm sorry, but no.
Oh, but I'm sure you'll love its chime. Really? It's going to be 11 soon, so maybe I'll get to hear it then.
Is it that time already? Time sure flies by when I'm involved in an investigation.
Doing all right. How am I? I'm okay. I'm better than I've been this whole weekend. So we love improvement. Oh, it's not that late. The night's only just begun.
Kay, it's not good for you to stay up late, you know.
Yes, Gramps. Get his ass. Oh, was there something else? Oh, it's this.
Ambassador Palladino, would you happen to know what these charred remains are of? I don't know, actually. But I don't think there was anything there that should have been flammable. And so it remains a mystery as to what was burned here.
Also, what do I have as far as logic goes right now? Just these, right? Okay. Nothing to do there for now.
So this is the real Prima Duck statue.
This is really valuable, right?
That's what they say.
Hold it.
Kay, you're not seriously considering the theft of the statue, are you?
No way, Mr. Edgeworth. I wasn't thinking about anything like that. I was just calculating in my head how much the statue was worth.
That sounds mighty suspicious to me. He said suspicious. It's the charred remains of a fallen ceiling fan.
Oh, I've seen a few of these before. They spin around and play music.
I believe you're thinking of a musical mobile for babies.
Yes, that's it!
But they're nothing alike.
They're totally alike. They spin those babies right round like a record. I don't remember that. That's really funny. Okay.
I see. I guess I can see how you might think that.
Like a record baby right round.
It appears that Mr. Cochin's body has been taken in for an autopsy. The white outline is all that is left to tell the tale of his murder. Ambassador Palladino, what exactly used to be here? That used to be a stack of brand new pamphlets. But it looks like they were all burned up. I guess we'll just have to reprint them. But no matter how fast we reprint them, they always disappear so quickly. Is the Babalese tourism industry really that hot right now? Of course! Although, recently, the most popular vacation destination has been the Republic of Virginia.
Hey, Virginia mention.
But we refuse to lose to them, so we've been hard at work promoting Babal. Interesting. Well, I've just recently returned from a trip to Virginia myself. Oh, and how did you like it? It was alright. I probably shouldn't bring up the fact that I was a suspect on the flight home. The safe wasn't open at the time of the fire.
You could tell because the inside wasn't burnt, right?
Yes, and thanks to the safe's fire resistance, the smuggling evidence was preserved.
Aren't safes great? They always hold the wonderful promise of treasures within.
Well, this one certainly did have a few inside.
Alright, fireplace time.
A fireplace, huh? So Babal's offices have them too.
Two?
There was a fireplace in relatively the same location in the Alabastian office.
I mean, remember, this was Codopia at one point. They were all the same, so of course it looks the same.
However, we found something there that I'd rather not recall ever again. I still can't believe that we found that lady's undershirt in the fireplace.
Huh? If it was that traumatizing, why don't you try creating new memories with this fireplace? Therapist K on the double. You could climb inside and we can play hide and seek.
And come out covered in soot? I think not.
Ah, you really have no sense of fun, Mr. Edgeworth. Okay.
You can see the Alabastian embassy through this window.
So where were you when you were investigating over there, Mr. Edgeworth?
Ah, you can see it from here. I was there on the 5th floor.
Oh, 5th floor, eh?
That's where Damask II was killed.
What? You don't mean the Mask Star Damask? The second? Aw, poor guy. As a fellow second-generation thief, I can't just turn a blind eye to this.
Even though Damask II was merely an imposter of the original.
He, like, doesn't really matter, though, right? Those eyes. Sorry.
It appears that this area was heavily damaged by the fire.
Yeah, I guess we should hurry up and get started examining everything.
I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny.
It's been a while since we heard that. Alright, let's go left to right, eh?
That looks like a very comfortable chair.
Well, it doesn't look all that broken, so why don't you try sitting in it?
No, I'd better not. It's very important that we preserve the crime scene at all times.
Wait, but you're always touching all sorts of things at crime scenes.
It's because I am a prosecutor, and it's part of my job to examine things.
And my job is to be a great thief.
Which is exactly why you are not allowed to touch anything. Drawer? It would appear that this desk also fell victim to the fire.
But it doesn't look too damaged. Ooh. Oh, that's not how you spell rifle, right? It should be one F. Hang on, I'm looking this up. I've never seen it spelled with two Fs. Is this real? Oh, it is! Wow. I learned something new today. Sorry, I was wrong. What did I just say? Like 20 minutes ago, I was like, I'm wrong all the time. I think we can rifle through this drawer a bit.
I suppose we really should take a look.
Ooh.
Seems that the contents of this drawer survived the fire rather well.
Now that's a sturdy desk. I guess that's the value of solid wood construction. Let's see if there's anything useful left in here, Mr. Edgeworth. What's this?
This is a rather unusual shape for a notepad.
Oh! 待って。Wasn't this on Damask? Yeah! Request for the theft of the Prima Dog statue with a map to where the statue is.
I suppose this must be another souvenir from somewhere.
Pizza Hut. That's fucking Pizza Hut, brother. Okay, deduction.
Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold?
It is. Pizza Hut. Urethra! The shape of this...
The shape of this notepad matches the shape of this note we found.
Hey, you're right! What is it? It looks like something straight out of the monument... Straight out of Monument Valley. What's that?
Ah, yes, that notepad is a souvenir from somewhere in your country. We've been collecting them for the purpose of studying them, you see. Yes, I do. You do seem to be quite passionate about it. Oh, would you like to see my souvenir collection? I'd love to show it to you. Are you sure they haven't been burnt to a crisp by the fires?
That's really mean. He's traumatized.
Ambassador Palladino, I wonder if you might recognize the handwriting on this note. This looks like Manny's handwriting. I see. In that case...
Oh, did you figure something out?
This note was found in Alabast. Specifically, it was found being firmly grasped by the murdered Damask II.
Damask II?
In this note? Yes, it was a request from Mr. Cochin for Damask II to steal the Prima Duck statue.
What?
Manny, tried to steal Alabast's Prima Duck statue? We would know for sure if we could run a handwriting analysis. Ambassador, do you have any documents that were handwritten by Mr. Cochin? Yes, I can gather a few and give them to you. I'll have to ask Detective Gumshoe later to run the analysis. I can't believe that Manny would even think of doing something like this.
I'm so glad that your boyfriend's dead. You can get a new one. You deserve better.
Do you have any idea as to why he would have requested the theft of this statue? There is one possibility, but mind you, it's just my personal speculation. Anything you can tell me would be a great help, Ambassador.
Alright. Let's chat about it now while we're on the subject.
I believe that you said you might have an idea as to why Mr. Cochin hired Damask II. Actually, I fear it may be my fault. As I was telling you earlier, we were to determine which statue was the real one as a part of today's event.
But because of the Yatagrasu and the fire here, that got cancelled, didn't it?
Haha. I'm actually relieved the rest of the event has been cancelled. For you see, Babal's statue, well, it's just a replica. And did Mr. Cochin know that about Babal's Prima Duck statue? Of course he knew! That's why he was the only person I could consult with. We'd have to do something once our statue is revealed as a replica. As to be expected, I was very nervous today, as this would impact our country's authority. Yes, I understand. Well, when I told Manny my concerns, he said, let me handle it. It'll be alright. I'll find a way to make sure you're the ambassador of the reunited Codopia. At the time, I thought he was just trying to cheer me up. But when I saw that note, I realized he was serious.
Hold it!
Mr. Cochin conducted a lot of business behind your back. I assume he did all that to ensure that you are the next Codopian ambassador. But why was he trying so hard, I wonder?
Because he knew he could manipulate you, probably. Like, sorry, but like, you know. That would essentially make him ambassador.
He was so much better at getting things done than I ever was or will be. I don't have an answer yet as to why he was trying so hard. But I suspect he had an ulterior motive in mind beyond just simple kindness.
Alright, sorry about you. Sorry about your luck. Okay. Alright, so that's done. So I guess embassy phones are just like normal phones, huh?
But what did you imagine them to look like?
I thought that Babals would look like a flower and the receiver would be a butterfly. That way it looked like the butterfly receiver was sucking nectar from the flower base.
If any country had a flower phone, it would be Alabast, don't you think?
Oh, then maybe the phone I envisioned would have been from when they were Codopia?
There's really no point in asking me about something that never existed in the first place.
Dude, I remember when I was growing up. It doesn't exist anymore because this like no one does this anymore. But there was this place at the mall that sold different designs of landline phones. And they were so cool. We used to go in there and just look, and I'd be like, "Oh, please, when I'm older, can I please have this landline phone in my room?" Like, because cell phones weren't a thing when I was a kid. I mean, they were, but they weren't like a thing, right? They were still the chonky ones. And so I loved going in there and looking at all the fun designs and being like imagining myself when I was like turned 16 and like I've got the little like the cord on the phone like twirling it around my finger, you know. I do miss that. I do miss corded phones. I love a good corded phone. I say this is someone so terminally online, but we are so connected to our cell phones all the time. I do miss the corded phone being a thing. You know what you lack, Mr. Edgeworth? Curiosity and imagination. Where is your whimsy? She really said that.
There was only one book left standing here. Treasures of the World.
Wait, what? Let me see that. I see. The most important part was blackened. The most important part was blackened by the fire. Why, cruel fate? Why?
It looks like the map of where the treasures are located has been burnt.
Bink! I know that'll be important, so I'll come back to it. How about that?
It looks like a bunch of flyers with coupons attached to them.
Babal sure gives away a lot of different coupons. Maybe I should create one of my own. I could call it the Great Thief Coupon.
And what kind of discount would that net you?
The 5-finger kind. What else? And I'd steal an extra thing or two for the bearer.
Things such as...
Such as the truth. What else would I steal?
What I wouldn't give to have a mountain of your coupons right about now.
Aw, that's actually really cute.
Manny Cochin. His name is written here on this nameplate.
Why would you put a nameplate with your name on it in your own office? Yeah, she's kind of right for this.
I suppose it's to inform people in case they walked into the wrong room by mistake.
Yeah, but it should be on the door. Do you think maybe it's also there to remind you of your own name if you forget? I love you, Kay. I missed you.
Well, either way, it's never a bad thing to set a nameplate on one's desk.
I find nameplates... Hi, Nim! I find nameplates to be a little self-important unless you make them silly. Unless you're doing it as like a bit. Like, my desk at work. So, the place I work, right? There's a lot of people with similar roles, but no one has my role. I'm the only person with my duties. And so I'm one of the few people who doesn't have like a cubicle office, but has their own desk. And I don't have a nameplate because, again, ew, but I have a Blorbo picture. I have a picture of Akechi, and even more recently a picture of Yusuke. I'll trade them out from time to time. My boys. I think that's much more fun. Your desk should have whimsy. Okay. So this all is like the same. Okay. All right, Bink.
There was a bottle of Babbly's ink on Mr. Cochin's desk.
And it looks like there's still a lot of ink left inside.
The seal is unbroken, so the fire probably couldn't get into the bottle to burn up the ink.
Hey, Mr. Palano, it looks like your precious Babbly's ink is all right after all.
What? That's odd.
Hold it!
Ambassador, what do you mean by that? Well, it's just that there is something strange about the ink. Would you mind elaborating on that statement for me, please?
Okay. That's awesome. Yeah, I know. It's funny. When I'm here, when I'm at my job for a year, if I don't have my own office, I want to be given a desk in the marketing office because they have the coolest office. Like the best view. And just the coolest vibes. And but if I don't get a desk in someone's office, then after like my whole year, I'm bringing in more decorations. Slowly but surely. Personifying, pun intended, my desk. Yeah. Okay, the ink.
I wonder if you might tell me what you noticed about Mr. Cochin's bottle of ink? I just thought of it right now, but during the second fire, Manny was worried about his office, so he came rushing back to it. I called out to him, and when I received no reply, I used my spare key to open the door. But when I did, I was greeted by roaring green flames.
That means that the ink was on fire. Okay.
The flames were so big that I wasn't able to see into the room at all.
Hold it!
The fire was green. What was the cause? Well, wood crystal oil burns green when it's lit, as you can see by this lantern.
Edgeworth already forgot about the lantern because he has no whimsy.
And Babbly's ink is made from the same oil, which means it would also burn green.
You know what? I give Edgeworth a break, though, because he's been awake for, like, 2 whole days. That's actually why this last case is so long, is because Edgeworth has not been able to sleep, and he's not as smart and sharp as he usually is.
You know, I too had thought it was Manny's ink that had caught on fire. So that's why I was surprised to find out there was still a bottle of ink left on his desk.
The case of the perplexing green flames.
Talk about a mystery. What exactly was it that caught on fire in here?
Would the documents, if they have ink on them, I don't remember, would they also still catch fire green or greenish at least? Like the chemical properties of ink when it's on paper, how do they change? If they do. Because if they don't, then it would mean that some ink got on, like where Gumshoe's standing, for instance.
Oh, here you are, Mr. Edgeworth.
Hey.
Detective Gumshoe, have you collected the information that I requested?
I have something for you too, bud.
Yep, got it all right here, sir. Here you go, Kay. Feel free to take a look. It's for you, after all.
What is all this, Gummy?
It's all the information on this room that I got from the embassy and the Interpol Now we know exactly how this room was before and after the fire.
Oh, we can do the replica with Little Thief.
Good work, detective. No, it was nothing, sir. I'm an expert at getting people to talk.
Wow. You two remind me so much of my father and Uncle Bad. Are you also, you know...
What do you mean?
As prosecutor and detective, your dynamic is just like theirs back in the day. Well, don't you worry. I'm going to find my own wonderful partner someday. And her name is Emma Sky. And when I do, I'm going to become a good Yatagarasu just like my father, right? It's... The implications. The Farrah Sky implications here are crazy.
Hold it!
Please don't ask me questions to which I have no answers to, Kay. However, I can say that it is a truly wonderful thing to find a partner you can trust.
You bet. So what now, Mr. Edgeworth?
Well, I'd like to ask you for a favor.
Yes?
That gadget, Mr. Thief, is it? That thing you call your secret weapon.
Oh, you mean Little Thief. You're coming to rely on it, aren't you?
Hold it!
I don't need a crutch like that. I'm only asking because I need it for the investigation. From the information Detective Gumshoe gathered, and from the ambassador's testimony, I'd like you to please recreate this room as it was during the third floor fire.
You got it. All right, here we go. Dark skies of evening, when no other bird dares take wing, one alone remains all-seeing. Now, witness the true power of a real modern-day Robin Hood. Is that a catchy reference? Sorry.
It seems there are other things besides what the ambassador mentioned that have changed. It's possible that we might find the escape route the person Kay saw used as well. Whoa! What is this? Is this some sort of light show I was not told about?
This is the power of a true vigilante. It's recreating the room with the info I inputted.
Really? That is certainly one interesting device you have there, Miss Faraday. I believe it's about time we return to our investigation.
I'm just gonna save real fast. Man, now I'm really thinking about Farrah Sky. That like tickled the Yuri activator in my brain. Surely there's good fic of that somewhere. Surely. Okay. Sorry, I'm I'm thinking about it now. Okay, I'm normal. Okay, Gumshoe, we really do need to talk to you.
Detective, you took part in the initial Babal investigation, correct?
Yep, sure did. I also helped put out both fires, sir. But that first fire took me by surprise. I had a tough time escaping the 5th floor. First I tried the elevator, but I guess someone else had the same idea because it was in use. You're not supposed to do that. If I hadn't remembered to use the stairs at that point, I'd have been burnt to a crisp.
Wait! That's odd. We always warn our staff that in the case of a fire, it's dangerous to use the elevator.
Oh? That's just basic protocol. Do none of you know that? Maybe someone wrote it in a fit of panic?
Edgeworth's like, it wasn't me. Detective, did you see the Yatagarasu that came into the Babalese embassy at all?
I didn't personally. And the other staff members told me they never got a good look at the person either, sir.
I wonder if you could tell me a bit more about what you discovered, Detective.
But before we do that, I'd like to do handwriting analysis. Oh wait, wrong thing. My bad. Woo! I didn't remember that. Okay. This. Oh, we can't do it right now. Okay, bummer. All right. The second fire broke out around the time the Yatagarasu was spotted in Alabast. That's also when a suspicious person was spotted in Babal, which caused some panic.
Hold it!
So no one was able to get a good look at this Yatagarasu that entered Babal?
Yeah, all they saw was a mysterious person wearing a long coat. But that's not enough to make a positive ID, you know?
Still, it was enough to make the people who received the calling card panic even more.
A person in a long coat. Sounds like the exact same person I saw.
The Yatagarasu that appeared in Alabast was proven to be just a fabrication, a shadow. In light of that fact, the Yatagarasu that appeared in Babal is also suspect.
You can't be serious! Not when we're this close to capturing the fake. I mean, Callisto you. Callisto you.
So the Yatagarasu disappeared, caused mass confusion, killed Mr. Cochin, then disappeared.
Really quick, I'm just gonna get my little ice pack. It's a little warm. A little toasty. Woo. Feels nice. God, I'm truly... My first life, I was living in the Arctic for real. Okay.
By the way, Detective, why did you not chase after the Yatagarasu?
I did! But, well, this embassy is huge, sir. I got separated from the other staff members I was with, and was lost for a while there.
Hold it!
You didn't even memorize the layout of the building you were to guard, Detective?
Hey, I'll be sure to do that from now on, sir! But you know, it was thanks to me being lost that I was able to come to Kay's rescue.
Oh, is that a fact?
Yeah. Yeah. That was so Midwestern. It was when I was lost and wandering around in the third floor hallways, sir. When I heard a scream, I headed toward it right away. Oh, that's probably from when I found Mr. Cochin's body. Yeah. Yeah. I thought it sounded like her, so I got real worried and ran as fast as I could. And it was thanks to Gummy that Miss Sheena wasn't able to take me away. He covered for me until you got here, Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh, I see. So he can be useful once in a blue moon.
More than that. Still, it's too bad that Agent Sheena got here before I did.
I wonder where Agent Sheena was before you found her here.
Well, just before I got to this room, I saw her coming out of the room next door. Oh. Okay.
Agent Sheena mentioned something about chasing the Yatagarasu herself earlier.
Well, she apparently helped in putting out the first fire. Then during the second fire, I heard she was busy chasing the Yatagarasu.
She seems to be a very dedicated agent. You would do well to learn from her.
Why are you pointing at me when you say that, sir? Okay. Is there anything? I really want to do the fuck-ass handwriting analysis. Am I not able to do that? Do you have anything to say about this? Okay. This? Okay, this is all... Actually, will you say anything about this? Aw. I'm kind of disappointed. Really? We can't do anything with that? Okay, that's kind of BS, but okay. It's probably gonna be like later prompting me to do it. Be like, remember that we have to do this. I'm like, I did. You forgot. Not me.
These must have been the large green flames Ambassador Palladino saw.
With flames like these, it's no wonder he couldn't get in.
Kay, by the time you came into this room, had the fire already been put out?
Yeah, the fire had died out or something by that time.
Then this fire in here only burned from the time the fire started on the 3rd floor, until the Yatagarasu appeared and caused a stir in Babal, I suppose.
I guess Mr. Palladino was just lucky enough to run into this fire as it was burning, huh?
Yes, you could put it that way. And since you were the first to discover the body, we can assume that no one else entered the room until that time. No one other than the person you were chasing, of course.
I knew it! That person I saw was definitely up to no good. I mean, that person could even be Mr. Kochin's killer.
That is very likely to be the case. After all, that person came into this room before you, and must have chosen this room precisely because they knew no one would be in here.
Okay, then maybe the green fire was where it was to prevent anyone from coming in? But then, what did the person set on fire to make the green flames?
Well, whatever it is that person burned, it made a rather sizable fire.
And since the fire is green, well, we've seen something that burns green, right? It's a bit tinier than these flames, but you get what I mean.
Yes, and I do believe that what you are thinking is exactly why these flames are green. Which fire-related piece of evidence burns the same color as these green flames?
Well, I mean, 2 different ones.
Take that!
Technically, either.
This silhouette lantern. Its green flame comes from the wit crystal oil it's burning.
Yeah, that's the fire I was thinking of too. I love the green it gives off. Me too. Dude, I would absolutely own one of these.
I think we've now established that the green flames were caused by wit crystal oil. Furthermore, we know that there was only one other thing made from wit crystal oil.
Oh, you mean that thing Mr. Palladino was mistaken about, right?
Yes, precisely. As we found out earlier in our investigation.
What? I don't get it. Can you fill me in, sir?
Fine, I suppose. I'll explain it in a way that even you can understand. This is the thing made from wit crystal oil that the Ambassador Palladino was mistaken about.
Bink.
Take that!
Babli's ink is made from wit crystal oil.
Oh, so it should burn the same color as the flames in the lantern, right? Returned with pizza. What kind? Like flavor and brand, please.
Yes, precisely. However, the green flames in this room were not from a bottle of Babli's ink.
Because we found the ink Mr. Kochin used on his desk, right?
Yes. However, we do know that Mr. Kochin was smuggling the ink in massive quantities. Now, what do you suppose he made using all that ink? I believe what he made with that ink is the answer to what gave birth to the green flames.
Oh, yeah! I'm beginning to really feel the energy coming from you, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm digging the vibes you're putting out, she said.
It would appear that I've finally found it. The smuggling ring's real goal. Made of Babli's ink, this is the source of the green flames.
That's right! I forgot about the money!
Take that!
What would consume that great a volume of ink to make? That would be the counterfeit bills that the smuggling ring made and are circulating in Zhengfa.
You're kidding! You're saying that it was Mr. Kochin who made the counterfeit bills?
I am. I believe you could go so far, even so far as to say that he stole Babal's printing press. Ambassador, Mr. Kochin had permission to freely use the printing press, correct? Why, yes, and I do remember seeing him use it in the middle of the night. But never did I think he was using it for such a foul deed.
It's sausage, pepperoncini, and olive. I don't remember what restaurant it's from. It's been in my freezer for quite a while.
That's funny.
Haha, funny. You like olives? I haven't had an olive since I was a child. Like teenager-ish. Probably like 15. And I didn't like it. Neither green nor black.
Ambassador, because of your secretary's crimes, you will need to be investigated as well. Ah, yes, I suppose so. We've caused a bit of trouble for a few countries, haven't we? It's my duty to search out all who shielded Mr. Cochin and concealed his crime. For they are the ones who started the fire in order to destroy the evidence.
You like black olives? Okay. Do they taste like anything? Like, would you say, like, the flavor resembles anything else?
This grandfather clock. It was apparently in a different position before the fire.
According to staff members, the clock was flush against the wall before the fire, sir.
Which means that, most likely, it was moved by someone during the fire.
Speaking of which, it's totally 11 o'clock right now, but I don't hear any chiming.
Huh? That's odd. It was still chiming right on the dot of every hour this morning. Maybe the fire damaged its internal mechanisms or something. Ambassador Paleno, may we take a look inside that clock? Sure, go right on ahead. Detective Gumshoe, if you could please inspect the insides of this clock.
Yes, sir. I'm on it. Mr. Edgeworth, I found this inside, sir.
It looks like a length of wire. So this is what caused the clock to stop chiming. But what was a long length of wire doing inside this clock in the first place?
What's a good length? How long is long? You know, where's that going? Oh, normal. Oh, also, my ears are itching. So, like... anything else similar flavor-wise? Mainly salty, though, with a slight tang. Interesting. It's not just me. Everyone at work and, like, around me ever is... The pollen this year in my city has been so bad. It's, like, been record-breaking bad. And so we got, like, instead of, like, a month and a half of reprieve, I've got, like, 2 weeks of reprieve. And now we're getting the late summer pollen shit already. And my ears... The rest of me is mostly fine. It's, like, very, very mild. But my ears itch. It drives me insane. And having the air conditioner on or a fan on all the time because it's so hot makes it so much worse. So my ear... I keep taking my earbud off to, like, itch.
Why would someone do this to such a valuable clock?
It sounds like it wasn't Mr. Paleno that put the wire in there.
Then perhaps it was Mr. Cochin's killer who did. We've examined everything in this office, but there is one thing that bothers me. Perhaps I should ask Ambassador Paleno about it.
We haven't done everything.
Ambassador Paleno, there was something I'd like to ask you about. Yes? About this office. It appears to me to be very similar to Ambassador Alba's office. For example, the location of the fireplace and the position of the grandfather clock. Ah, that's right! You've also paid a visit to the Alabastian side of the embassy. Our two embassies actually used to be one. Yes, I know, even the pamphlet mentioned that. Which is why the building is bilaterally symmetrical.
Okay. Well, I already knew that, but okay.
So no matter which room, the location of the fireplace and the like are exactly the same.
Ears itching is a very annoying feeling. Yeah, it's like the deep, like, I can't wait to, like, go clean my ear out. Usually I don't need to clean my ear every day. It's, like, maybe every 2 to 3 days that I need to with, like, the pick, but... even a basic little scritch would feel good, I think.
Even where the art is located is the same. As my room is currently under renovation, we worked hard to make Manny's room look like the ambassador's office.
You mean for your handshake photo op with the Jamma Ninja?
Yes, that's right. I mean, what's a photo like that worth if it's not taken in the ambassador's office, right? Yet another odd expression of Babal's obsessively competitive spirit with Alabast, I take it. Thank you, Ambassador. That piece of information is all I needed to connect the dots. Yeah? Connect what dots? Well, anyway, I'm glad I was able to be of some help.
Okay. There's still things to look at. I don't know why he said that we were done. It looks like one of the Bobbly's knives was already missing before the fire began.
So it would seem, especially since the other 2 knives' handles were burned away.
The remaining handle was swapped out with the handle from the real murder weapon. And Babal's national treasure was stolen. Poor Babal, don't you think?
I'm not sure it would lump the replica statue in with the rest of Babal's woes.
It looks like all of the souvenirs suffered some damage from the fire. I don't believe it. Murder on top. Okay, she said this before. Ugh. Why is it not recognizing this as the same text? I guess because we're in like a different... Her fist coming out from behind Edgeworth is really funny. Why won't it... Okay, there we go. So by this time, the Prima statues had already been swapped, right?
They must have been, as this one is covered in soot.
What lousy timing! And just as the 2 countries were about to become friends again, too! It would have been better if I'd stolen it than for it to get caught up in that fire.
Okay, I think I understand your sentiment.
However, if you were to engage in theft, I can't look the other way. Right?
If you could please stop stealing my lines!
Okay. Ceiling fan, it's clearly on the ceiling. This. So, Babal is really into pushing their tourism industry, huh? Sounds like Japan.
Yes, it would appear that way.
You know, I'd really love to take a trip. Hey, why don't we take one after this case?
Do you already have a destination in mind?
Well, ideally, I'd like to go someplace where I can continue my thief training.
Well, if you want to learn the fine art of stealth, perhaps you should visit the studio where they make the Gem and Ninja TV show.
Hey, that's actually a really great idea, Mr. Edgeworth.
I can't believe she took me seriously. The safe wasn't open at the time of the fire.
Okay, yeah, this is the same dialogue as well. I don't know why it's not recognizing this as the same. Okay. Flag.
A fireplace, huh? So Babal's offices have them too.
Okay, this is the same as well. I thought he was gonna maybe see something about the flag. Because it's highlighted. Ah, the sun has finally stopped shining. I watched the last second of it disappear. It's shining, it's just not on my house anymore. Okay, yeah, this is the same. That's it. I also need a different couch because my couch is like cloth and it heats up faster than like a leather or like pleather or whatever. Well, it doesn't look all that broken, so why don't you try sitting in it?
No, I'd better not. It's very important that we preserve the crime scene at all times.
Wait, but you're always touching all sorts of things at crime scenes. Get his ass.
That's because I am a prosecutor and it's part of my job to examine things.
And my job is to be a great thief. Oh, this is the same. Yeah, this is the same. I forgot. It's because last time I was dissociating while I was reading it.
It appears that the desk is largely unchanged from before the fire.
Yeah, it just got a little burnt, that's all.
It's a very fine desk. I'm sure that even now it's still usable.
If it's that great, why don't you trade your desk with it?
No.
It was just a suggestion. You didn't have to get all monosyllabic on me, you know. I feel like pleather is so much worse for the heat. No, my sofa maintains heat. Like it doesn't cool down fast at all. Which sucks. Okay, so I think that we've touched everything that we can touch. I don't think he has anything to say. Yeah, we got everything. Okay. So now it's... Whoops. Hold on. Before I do this, I am gonna save again. Just in case. Do 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 do. All right. This has been bothering me the whole time because I'm like, it's so obvious, guys. Guys, it's obvious. Guys, please. Yeah, I think even if it was a different type of cloth, it would be better. But the type of cloth that my sofa's made of is... and also, like, the cushioning on it has worn down very quickly. I can already feel, like, the really hard wood underneath. So, no more IKEA sofas, I think, is the lesson.
The alabastian and bobbly sides of the building are symmetrical to each other. As we know that to be a fact, then this room's fireplace may also hide a secret passageway.
A secret passageway?
In Alabast, the fireplace turned out to have a revolving back wall.
A revolving wall? Oh, it sounds like something out of a ninja house. Wow, there was a trick like that built into the fireplace, sir?
What? This embassy holds that kind of secret? There seems to be a lot about this room that you don't know about, Ambassador. I guess it's time to pay the bill for letting Manny do so much work for me. Please, I really want to know about the real Manny, and what you know about this room.
That's true, it was pretty heat retaining. Yeah. I was like, you should know. I mean, you were here during a mostly cooler time of year, but like this time of year, it sucks. And then like the heat coming in from, yeah. Yeah, it's a bummer. What are you waiting for, Mr. Edgeworth? Let's get to the bottom of this. I've actually considered getting like a sofa cover for like the meantime. Or making one. I just keep forgetting.
Agreed. And my first thought is that it's likely the killer used the revolving fireplace.
Suede, yeah. Ugh, if it was a suede couch, I'd be excited. The problem is that I spill shit on my couch all the time, especially because I don't have a dining table, so this is where I eat, right? So the cloth is nice for that because you can't see it. You can't see what I've done to it. But even if I think about like Megan's couches, those sofas, they're different material. They don't heat up as much. Okay. It looks like just another fireplace though, doesn't it? So how do you turn it again?
In Alabasta, I had to push where the X was on the far wall of the fireplace.
Oh, I see an X back there, sir. Let's see what happens when I push it.
Hold it!
Ah! You scared me, sir!
There was something about this fireplace that lies in contradiction to the facts.
Huh? But we found an X where you thought there'd be one, right?
We did, but that's not what I was referring to. Something is missing from this scene.
It should have been used.
What does this contradiction mean for us?
I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Okay. X.
If we push this X mark, the fireplace wall should turn.
A revolving fireplace wall. That's neat, sir. We should hurry up and...
Wait, detective, there is something we need to examine about this first. Besides which, there is also something I'd like to test.
Like what, sir?
I'll tell you later, detective. For now, let's continue with the investigation.
Yeah, LMAO. Yeah, I have a waterproof blanket on the section I usually sit at for spills and also fang barf. Yeah.
All I see inside this fireplace is starter wood.
Huh? That's odd. It doesn't match up with what Mr. Paleno said earlier.
What is the meaning of this contradiction? Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold?
I think it's his testimony, right? Yeah.
Eureka!
Ambassador Paleno, you said that you burned some old files in this fireplace today, correct?
Files and fire after each other is hard.
Yes, I burned quite a few files this morning, actually. And after you did, you forgot to clean out the ashes from the fireplace, correct?
That's right.
But why are you asking? And why are you making such a scary face? I'm sorry.
He said, I'm sorry about my autism.
I'm sorry. I admit I am a bit intimidating when I am serious. In any case, take a good look at this fireplace and tell me what you find odd about it. Let's see. Huh? Oh, where did all the ashes go?
What is the meaning of this, Mr. Edgeworth?
You don't really think that Ambassador Palladino was lying, do you? No, there was no reason for him to lie. And I don't believe his testimony is wrong either. It is the fireplace that is causing the contradiction. Kay, I wonder if you might update the fireplace data for me.
You got it. I'll add in the ashes from the burnt files and... Sounds like we've pretty much figured everything out now, huh?
Well, it was nothing. All I did was follow where our leads led us.
Oh, I sense it coming on. You're about to dazzle us again, right?
Oh, you mean that? Well, it's what Mr. Edgeworth is known for, you know. There is really no need for you two to dance around the name of what I'm about to do.
He's about... Never mind, I won't say that. Okay. She was in the next room. I think this goes first. Yeah, we gotta check that other room, and if there are ashes on that side, she used it.
The reason as to why the ashes are missing is simple.
It's not because someone cleaned them up, right?
No, because even if someone did sweep them up, the fireplace is too clean for that. Ambassador Palladino said that he spilled some Babbly's ink while he was burning the files. And yet, there was not a trace of the spilled ink on the back wall anywhere.
Well then, I don't know what happened.
Well, I'll tell you what happened. The two sides were switched. By using the revolving fireplace wall, the ashes were moved into the neighboring room. Which means that this is a clear indication that the fireplace was used.
Then you mean the person I was chasing disappeared from this room through there?
Yes, I believe the person you were in pursuit of is Mr. Cochin's killer. And after committing the murder, escaped through the fireplace.
Well, wow, Mr. Edgeworth, you figured out the killer's escape route.
I have, but this is only the beginning. Now we have to chase the killer down.
And that killer appears to be Sheena. Girl.
If the killer used the fireplace in this room to escape into the next, then it's only logical for us to talk with the person who was in the neighboring room.
Well, the person that was in the next room was... Oh! It was that person, sir.
Yes, Detective Agent Sheena.
It's looking more and more like Miss Sheena is the killer, isn't it?
Let's not jump to conclusions yet. We need to go through what we know so far. She came running straight into this room from the next one and instantly accused you.
Suspicious. Kay has never done anything wrong in her life ever. Ah.
Furthermore, she claims that it could only have been you that killed Mr. Cochin. Also suspicious. I don't have any proof yet. However, I know she is hiding something from us.
Okay then, why don't we go ask Miss Sheena herself?
Hold it!
Sorry, I got distracted.
No, not yet. There's something that needs to be done first. Detective Gumshoe.
Sir, is it my turn to do something, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes. I have a two-part special assignment for you. First, I need you to run a handwriting
Okay, there it is. I was like, they brought this up, I would think that we have to present it to Gumshoe, but no, they're just doing it for us. Okay, fine.
I need you to run a handwriting analysis on Damask II's note.
Okay, I'll get the lab boys on. Lab boy mention. I'll get the lab boys on that right away.
Second, I want you to see if you can fit through the revolving fireplace wall.
Right now, sir.
No, next decade. Of course now! We need to test our hypothesis first, don't we?
Go on, Gummy. You can do it. All right, I'm gonna do this like a real man. Here I go through the fireplace and back.
You shouldn't need to psych yourself up that much for such a simple task, Detective.
Well, he's gonna get all dirty and he likes his coat. I get it. Wow. The wall inside the fireplace really did turn. Oh, coupons. That's so neat. Now I want to try going through there too.
There really is a secret passageway through there. I had no idea. It would appear that the ash really was pushed into the other room. Furthermore, the Babbly's ink you spilled, Ambassador, is there on the back wall.
Okay, here I go, sir.
Hold it!
Detective, I'd like you to go through there under the same conditions as the killer.
Huh? But there's all that ash and stuff.
And your point is? Now we're short on time, so if you could please hurry on through.
Oh, yes, sir. Okay, so now we pretty much have the whole picture, right?
No, not yet. There remains a few more mysteries to solve. Such as the Yatagarasu's whereabouts, the other smuggling ring members, the 2 weapons that made it across the border, the key Ms. Yu stole 7 years ago. In fact, we haven't figured out a thing regarding how Ms. Yu is related to these embassies.
Mr. Edgeworth.
A number of pieces connect in a very complicated way in this case.
Sorry, Kay's reaction there of her being like, Mr. Edgeworth, like, her being like, wow, he really cares about this thing that I also care about. Like, that means a lot. You better pay for Gumshoe's dry cleaning. Yeah, I feel like he would.
It's almost enough to make one completely mentally exhausted. Also, I've been up for 2 days straight. Help.
What are you saying, Mr. Edgeworth? I thought you were the one who said that it's easy if you follow the leads.
Was that supposed to be an impression of me, Kay?
Was it? If it's info gathering... Well, I didn't know, so I didn't deliver the line like that. If it's info gathering you need, Gummy and I can help with that. Then all you have to do is show off your fancy schmancy logical deductions.
Show off? Does it seem like I'm being boastful when I do that?
Oh, he's like genuinely worried. Let's not overcomplicate matters, okay, Mr. Edgeworth? We've been so focused like a laser on only what seems strange and out of place. It's no wonder nothing's clicked and we haven't unlocked anything yet. But if we think things through calmly, the answer should come to us.
Kay.
That's the sort of thing I say to myself when I'm practicing how to unlock padlocks, you know?
That is something that I hope practice doesn't make perfect for your sake.
Yay! Yay, she said. She said, okay. Yay. Looks like you're back to your straight-laced self again. He's anything but straight, okay?
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm back, sir. Yes, I can see that. Good work, Detective.
Looks like you can use that fireplace like a door, sir. Are you alright, Gummy? He's got the black lung.
I'm okay.
It's just a bit of ash and dust, that's all.
Your jacket has gotten quite filthy. I see the hem has practically turned black.
Yeah, well, quite a bit of the unburned ink got on it, sir. Okay, yay! Yeah. Kay and Maya need to meet, guys. I need grown-up Kay.
I see. Thank you, Detective. You did a fine job. I'll even pay the cleaning bill for the
Trench coat. Oh, he does. Okay, that's really sweet. I don't remember that. Good call, Dim.
What? Oh, no, sir. I could never. This is just my old coat, sir. If it was a coat I actually cared about, then I'd get it clean, but, you know. I see. Very well then, as you wish.
Unite the weird girls. So because Gummy was able to climb through the fireplace, we know it can be used, right? I mean, he's like 6'2", like built, right? So most people could get through.
Yes, but that's not all we learned. We actually learned one other important fact.
And that is? Oh, you didn't remember that? Aw.
I will have to explain it to you later. Right now we need to deal with the handwriting analysis. Detective Gumshoe.
Yes, sir. I'll be back before you know it.
The handwriting analysis on Mr. Cochin's handwriting will take a bit of time. Let us go and wait in the Theatrum Neutralis, along with Agent Long and Agent Sina.
Oh, perfect. My voice is not used to voicing anymore. I haven't done any voice acting in like forever, so this is where we're gonna stop for today. I know it's a shorter stream, but again, I've been having a week and I'm tired. I was gonna run an errand today. So I woke up, I felt awful when I woke up. I was like, oh my god. I have like IBS issues. I'm hungry. Like starving. I don't usually wake up starving. I wake up hungry, but I don't wake up starving. I woke up starving, but IBS issues. My spine hurt. My so that meant my whole like right arm hurt. And then PMS cramps. And I was like, cool. Okay. Well, I was going to go do something this morning while it was still cool. And I was like, okay, well, I can do it. It'll be okay. I can do it when it's still cool. It'll be nice. I go out to the bus station and I like look at the bus times. You know, it's a Sunday, so the buses aren't running on like, they're running on like the slow weekend schedule. I looked at the bus times. I looked at how long it was going to take me. It wasn't that long, but it was like 30 minutes. And I was like, no, I'm not doing this right now. I turned around and went back, and it's really funny because I live close to the bus station, and there's this older gentleman. There's this I live next to a place with a lot of older people that live there. It's like very accessible housing. And so there's like people on walkers, you know, with their canes and things like that, of all ages, but mostly older. And there's this gentleman that I see almost every weekend because he goes somewhere the same time I go to the grocery store, and so I'll see him either on the way there or on the way back, and sometimes both, depending on what he decides to do with his morning. I've never spoken to him. He seems like he doesn't like it when people talk to him, because there's another neighbor in that building that talks to him and he doesn't like it. But anyway, like, so, but it's so funny that he knows where I live because he gets off at the same station as me. So when I pull the thing to like let the bus know to stop, if he sees me on the bus, he won't do it himself because he knows I'm going to do it. It's really funny. And so then today I went to the bus stop and he was there again, and I saw him yesterday when I went to get food, and I was like, oh my God. And then I stood there waiting for the bus for like 5 or 6 minutes, and then I go, you know what, no. And I walked past him again and went back to my house, and I'm like, I wonder what he thought of that. I wonder what he thought about that. It was really funny. I was like, yeah, brother has no idea that I'm like about to either shit myself or barf at any second. The good news is that I did not do either of those things. I think we're past potentially shitting myself. It's just the other two things. Although my spine does feel better after like laying down all day. But yeah, yeah. It was funny. It was really funny. I was like, this guy. Yeah, there's another woman who lives in that building who's like extremely chatty. She's like got she's also like some kind of like neurodivergent, and she's like the opposite of this guy where she talks like yaps, and I'm like, yeah, and then when I see her I'm like, please don't talk to me, please don't talk to me, I have my headphones in, please please please, and it never fails. She always asks me what time the bus is coming or whatever and tries to start a conversation, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. There are some days I'll indulge her, but I'm like, most of the time I've got those earbuds in, I'm dissociating, I'm thinking about men kissing each other. Girl, you're so sweet, but I just am not. But I don't see her quite as often. Her husband hates letting her go out alone, and so it's usually she's with him, and so he is her like person that he's talking to, or she's talking to rather. But yeah, that's good. I'm glad it's getting better. Yeah, me too. It's so sad. Like, I had such a moment the other day on Thursday where I was like, yeah, you know, IBS technically it is a disability, isn't it? I'm like, hey, me when the disability acts like a disability, surprise Pikachu face, like. And I was like, I gotta take care of myself, dude. I can't, I'm not young anymore. I gotta like take Lactaid when I eat dairy. It wasn't cool. No one thought it was cool. It made me sick for a week. But I think we're past it. I think, knock on fucking wood, because I had normal bowel movement today, which was really exciting. And I would have hoped so after eating basically only mashed potatoes and chicken for like 2 days and blueberries. I ordered this giant thing of mashed potatoes from this store not because I can't fucking make mashed potatoes. The fucking instant mashed potatoes that they have at the store, they have no plain flavor. It's all like butter and herb. And they're like that real Canadian dairy. Oh my God. Or like garlic. And I'm like, oh, mashed potatoes are a safe food. Why do you have put unsafe ingredients in them? Where's the plain ones? There were none. None. And I was at the white people grocery store. I was like, come the fuck on. Be so for real. So that's why I ordered some. And I ordered... I meant to ask this before. No, I don't think it was food poisoning. Here's why. I love that we're talking about my digestive activity at the end of this stream. Okay, for anyone who's left, like, have a great night. For anyone curious about my digestive issues, I've had food poisoning many times in the past. Because there was a Panda Express near me growing up that never fully cooked their orange chicken. And I would always be halfway through eating, and then I'd bite into a piece that was not fully cooked. And I'd be like, well, and that would make me shit like crazy. But it would last for like 2 days, and then I was fine. And the thing is, during food poisoning, I can eat other things. I can still eat. So like, when I would get food poisoning, it would suck, but I could eat regular meals. With IBS, I cannot eat regular food anymore. If I try to, it, it's, well, okay, it wasn't just the gelato that I had, right? It was, number one, we were at the con all day, dehydrated. That's a big one. Dehydration can fuck up your IBS, right? And I didn't realize how dehydrated I was until like I got home, because I was having a good time. Fried chicken. I love her, but she does mess with me a little bit. A little bit of spicy. Powdered cheese on the fried chicken. Spicy was also on the fried chicken. Pickled radish. I ate a lot of it. It was very good. It's supposed to just be a palate cleanser, but that shit is like candy to me. But it's also not good to eat a lot of. Okay? And then a giant ass scoop of saffron pistachio gelato. Saffron's fine. Pistachio is a big no-no. That's a very high FODMAP food. And then the lactose. So already terrible dietary choices that day. All at once, right? Then on Monday, instead of letting it all just run its course, I forced myself back into feeling normal so that I made sure I could go to work the next day. And then I couldn't shit for 2 days. Not for lack of trying. With food poisoning, you don't stop shitting. Or I don't, at least. Food poisoning, it just goes. It goes. IBS is a little different. Also, my whole abdomen gets swollen. So like I have specific pants that I wear when I'm bloated because it's a common occurrence not only with just like my uterus but also my digestive system. And it's like not just my bottom half of my abdomen, it is the top. And when the top half is swollen and it's not just water, like me chugging water, that means I'm really constipated and like it's a bad time. The pain from food poisoning is also different. It's been a really long time since I've had like bad food poisoning. But like with food poisoning, once it's out, I feel better, basically instantaneously. But with IBS, it's like a malaise as well. It's like, and this has happened before. That's the other thing. This is something that has happened to me many a time before, where I go, I'm fine, after one day of like something that I know is gonna fuck me up. I'm like, I'll be like the decisions that I made on Sunday night. And then I'm like, I'll be fine. I lock in. And then I'm not fine. It's like, no, don't go back to eating normal foods. Eat the fucking mashed potatoes. Eat the yogurt. Eat the peanut butter. You know. Bananas. Etc. Every time I talk to you about this, I become more confident I don't have IBS because our digestive issues are so different. That's really funny. I'm poster child for IBS-C. Because I get so constipated that the only option my body has is to force me to have diarrhea. And it's crazy. When that happens, I get like a pseudo fever. I get full body chills. My blood pressure drops. Like, it's scary. It was really bad Thursday. I was like, oh shit, I have not felt like this since living in New York, I think. I can't remember for sure, but I think that's the last time that I felt that bad. Where I was like on the toilet, like sweating and shaking and being like, do I need to call a hospital? Answer is no. I'm okay now. But yeah, it is, in fact, a disability. It can be managed, but if you don't manage it, it is debilitating. And I forget this because I'm very good at managing it. So anyway, there's my little digestive habit story for everyone. I hope you learned something fun about me today. And constipation is comorbidity with like a lot of things that I have going on anyway. And also part of the reason I woke up feeling awful too was because my intrusive thoughts last night were bad. were bad. Really bad for some reason. I don't know what happened. Part of it's probably PMS. Part of it's probably also just not feeling well. But it was really bad. I was like constantly imagining how all my friends were going to die. It was awesome. And I was like, girl, calm down. Nothing is happening. Anyway. Did I just spend 15 minutes talking about my shit? Yes. And do I regret it? No. Everyone should know. And actually, you know what? I hope that this was helpful. I hope that this was helpful. I hope this helped somebody realize, oh shit, no pun intended, I should talk to my doctor. My recommendation, if you listen to my story and you go, hey, I do this sometimes, before you even talk to your fucking doctor, especially if you're living in the States, that shit can be hard, try the FODMAP diet. Try reducing your FODMAPs. So pistachios, cut them out for a week. Broccoli, cut it out for a week. Beans, gone for a week. Etc. Look up a low FODMAP list. Eat primarily only that. See if it improves. If it improves, you should go see your doctor. And be like, I think I have IBS. And see if they say anything else. Because I'm not a doctor. You might have other things in your history. If it doesn't improve, you should also still go to your doctor. But be like, hey, I tried this. It's not IBS. I should probably get a colonoscopy. Or an endoscopy, depending on what your pain or like issues are. Get that stuff ruled out. It sucks, but like it's good to have it all ruled out. When I got an endoscopy, the guy who put the tube down my throat, or when he was pulling the tube out of my throat, like cut my lip. It looked like I got in a fight after. It was really funny. Anyway, we're done. Next week, more I, the Somnium Files and Ace Attorney. I don't see any reason to not have both. Let me double check though. Yeah. We're gonna confront Sina next week. I'm excited. My favorite parts of this case are coming up in the next couple weeks. What a detour. Hey, it's my life. Unfortunately, that's the thing, guys, right? This is my life. For me, this is my everyday. I know. Crazy, right? Anyway, you know the drill. Take care of yourself. Take care of others. Be good to yourself. Be kind. Stay safe. Stay hydrated. Please wear a mask. Thanks for hanging out. And I will see you when I see you. Okay, bye.